Hello, welcome back to your not very scheduled MLYP tells you about weird stories that happened on the internet 2 decades ago. This is a short video, I think. My next one is going to be based on this, and I'm waiting on some deliveries so I can actually make it work in the way that I want it to work, and I wanted to give you a final impression of me being normal before I reveal just how brainwormed I am. Hopefully nowhere near RFK Jr. level of brainworm, but you know, we're gonna find out. This story comes from March 12, 2006. Almost 20 years ago. Doesn't time fly? Don't you feel old? Either way, meet alias 777. At the time, he was a 13-year-old kid named Greg from Chicago. And yes, we will talk about why we know all those things about him. Greg has just posted a thread on the somethingawful.com forums titled, "Please, please read, I need help, I'm not lying." You might have a few questions. If you're a regular of the channel, you might be asking, how did a 13-year-old pay for a Something Awful account? If you're new here, you need to pay $10 to sign up for Something Awful. It's been that way for decades. The answer to that is quite simple. He stole his mother's credit card to make it. The second question is, why would a 13-year-old ask members of Something Awful for help? The answer to that is also quite simple. Greg is a moron. Look, I love goons, but I don't think I'd put a general call out for wider goondom to help me. Sorry, goons are members of Something Awful. Some of them are chronic masturbators, but they are goons. Don't worry about it. You'll find out why you shouldn't really ask goons for help shortly. Greg's post is now blank, and the presence of a big ban message might just spoil some of the story, but there's more to come, don't worry. Luckily, a forums moderator managed to save it so we could laugh at him in 2 decades' time. Thank you. Low tax. Do not delete. I have proof. I'm not lying, nor am I homosexual or dumb. Okay, well, background. X never gave me permission to use their credit card. I belong to the Fusion Cash thing, and I signed up for the cheat and eat offer because it's a free trial that only costs $1.95 for shipping. I did it. Now they said they automatically enrolled me in the auto ship thing, which will charge me $106 in 13 days. I don't know what to do. I'm in dire need. The company is fraudulent and thus won't respond to my emails. I called them and they're perpetually closed. Please help me, somehow. I don't know. If X finds out I used the credit card, I will be severely punished. Severely is beyond details. Give me advice, give me money, do something to help. Jesus Christ. I filed a complaint with the Better Business Bureau, no response yet. GBS, don't poke fun at me, just help me please. I don't have the money and I certainly can't afford X to find out about it. So, like any well-adjusted person on the internet in the early 2000s, the obvious thing to do lays right before us. That's right, it's time to cyberbully a 13-year-old. Why is Greg in this pickle? Well, he's one of those young teenagers that types like they're much older, but have no knowledge about how the world works. This is one of the classic archetypes of the internet. You come across so many of these guys, and while it is a crime that at any time I am potentially going to be exposed to a 13-year-old's thoughts and opinions, they do exist on the internet. I didn't buy the diet pills to go on a diet. I got the diet pills so Fusion Cash will pay me $20. Fusion Cash is one of those kind of scammy websites where you do surveys, get money, and he's fallen for one of the classic blunders, signing up for a free trial he forgot to cancel using his mum's credit card. I didn't steal the credit card. Of course you didn't, buddy. I really think your best bet would be to own up to it as soon as possible so that X can dispute the fraudulent charge. X is going to find out sooner or later anyway, so it'd be in your favor to admit that you made a stupid mistake and go on from there. How bad would the punishment be anyway? Greg is pretty confident that the punishment will not fit the crime. I assure you, it'll be worse, much worse. He does go on to admit that the credit card isn't his, it's his family's, and refuses to elaborate further. Either way, say it with me, kids. There's no such thing as free money. Goons do find out that Fusion Cash terms of service state you need to be 18 to sign up, or 13 with parental permission, and I don't think he had permission given the panic he's expressing in this thread. And Greg is, unfortunately, potentially sending people his credit card details over forum PM. You can't save them all. Rather than jumping on the "you're fucking stupid, haha" bandwagon, tempting though it might be, I'll just offer this. 1. Own up to it now. Right now. Take whatever shit will be flung your way. The quicker you do it, the quicker the owner of the credit card can maybe do a chargeback and not get hosed. Also, it's kind of like ripping a band-aid off. Just fucking do it and take the pain and get it over with. 2. It feels like you're just totally fucked right now, and it's really not the end of the world. People do stupid things. The trick is to learn something from it and to not do as many stupid things in the future. Edit. Are you a complete goddamn idiot? I don't know whether to feel sorry for you being stupid enough to PM some fucking stranger your CC info, or for having a family that would apparently throw you out of the house over $100 in a bit of stupidity. I hope you were joking about PMing the info. Greg, like most other members of Something Awful, has a habit of continuing to dig deeper when they're already deep in the well. In fact, goons find out he's tried to make this thread before, like a day before. But Lotax, the founder of the forum, had already closed it and called him a slur. He's also had a history of trying to get one over on goons in the past. A month earlier, he'd previously kind of gotten in trouble for trying to sell microwaved CDs at $8 a pop. I don't know why he was selling $8 per CD. Blank discs are cheap to start with, they always have been. And he was claiming he deconstructed a magnetron out of a microwave, then built his own custom radiation shield and fried a bunch of CDs with it. A magnetron he refuses to show us. Fascinating kid. Basically, he's a known quantity on the forums at this point and mostly kept around as a forums creature to laugh at. And luckily for him, after a few hours of yelling back at people trying to help him in the second iteration of his thread, a savior emerges. This is Rhyme, and Rhyme's here to help. Dear Alias 777, this is a sincere offer, assuming I can confirm it is legal for us to engage in this transaction as you are a minor. Assuming we can legally engage in this transaction, I'll have to confirm, I will PayPal you $50 if you can produce the following 2 images. 1, an image of you holding a sign saying, "I am a 13-year-old with one hand. You must be sticking your tongue out and waving at the camera with your other hand. You should not actually be waving, as this may blur your hand in the image. Simply hold up your hand that should be waving and hold it steady as if you were waving. 2, an image of you holding a sign saying, "Rhyme owns me," in one hand and the other hand pointing to your head. Your mouth should be open and agape, something like if you had seen Goatsy for the first time. Images should be full size, minimum 1024 by 768, and the text on the sign must be legible. Acceptable signage includes handwritten pieces of paper, eraser boards, or printed text. In order to claim the $50, you must include both images. If you do not have a camera with a timer, we can discuss alternate images that will free up one of your hands. I eagerly await your response. While this offer is on the table, Greg has also been trying to convince someone to send him a few $100s in exchange for permabanning himself. He needs a new video card, apparently, but unfortunately, blood is in the water and sharks are circling. Holy fucking fuck. It is so unbelievably easy to find out who you are, OP. Didn't your parents teach you never to post personal information on the internet? I hope your brother at Harvard isn't the one you took the card from. It turns out, Greg has been leaving a little trail across the internet. Goons turn into internet detectives, turning up a little website building side hustle, his history in cheating in online games, and also... You're right, I just found his home phone. Greg, to his credit, is calling the bluff. No, you didn't. Yeah, I think I did, unless you made up a number on your profile that happens to be a working Chicago number. Welcome to the internet, Greg. One final piece of advice. I suggest you stop making things even worse for yourself on this lovely forum and just close the thread and go tell your mum that you fucked up. Parents love honesty and being sneaky won't help. Unfortunately, he doesn't take it.
Hi, I was looking for Greg.
Oh, yeah, one second.
No, sorry, hold on one sec. Lauren?
Yes?
Greg used your credit card without telling you.
What?
Yeah. I'm from the internet, and he was posting on the internet about using your credit card. He used your credit card for $106. I'm telling you the truth. You can find the thread if you go to forums.somethingawful.com.
I'm sorry. Thank you.
No problem.
With goons now having had their fill of mocking a teenager, Greg is swiftly banned. That being said, he still has his mum's credit card. So he pays another $10 and unbans himself. How am I in any way gone? Literally or figuratively? He then gets permabanned. But again, how is he in any way gone? He tries to re-register with the cunning username of alias778. That, unsurprisingly, doesn't get past the moderators, so that gets deleted, and a month later he comes back with the name Triku. The Triku account gets caught as well, after he makes an utterly incomprehensible thread about how a girl clobbered him with an 8-foot stick for no reason. 3 accounts made, 3 accounts banned. It is not the last we hear of Greg, though. A month passes, and it's April now. Barely a month since that fateful phone call, and a thread is made by forums user Duke of URL. Alias 777 is trying to sell me 100 feet of poster paper on AIM. Strap the fuck in, folks. I know Something Awful hates chat logs, so I'll annotate. Greg decides to try and sell me poster paper. Why? I don't know. Perhaps his parents haven't brought that new video card yet. He then sends me an image check link of the poster paper. Oops, turns out he sent a picture of his passport. Pertinent information has been blotted out. This kid is going to need years of therapy. Oh, and here's the poster paper. 54 by 100 feet HP universal semi-gloss photo paper that he says retails for $160. I offered him $25. Think this kid will ever quit? And yeah, I checked, his passport was there, that's why we know he's called Greg and he's from Chicago. A lengthier call was then made to Greg's household. After nearly 20 minutes, the person on the other end revealed themselves to be Greg, not Greg's mum. Look, you know how I said Greg was a moron earlier? Well, if he didn't steal it, then he's purchased something that only a very small amount of people need to begin with, and is now trying to sell a gently used version of it to anyone and everyone he can try and convince at a price higher than they could get it for new from a trusted retailer. And if that's not enough to convince you, then I don't know. What I do know is he was born in 1992. He's the same age as me. He's now in his 30s. And if you're out there, Greg, I hope you're doing better now. But holy fucking shit, you were a moron. This should hopefully serve as a fateful reminder to all of my viewers. Don't forget, the internet makes you stupid.
I'm from the internet. SomethingAwful.com. I'm from the internet. Internet. 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 SomethingAwful.com. .com. SomethingAwful.com. .com. SomethingAwful.com. .com. SomethingAwful.com. .com. I'm from the internet. I'm from the internet. SomethingAwful.com.